Welcome back. Today we're going to be making this tiny jellyfish. If you'd like to see how it was made, please keep watching. Carefully place drops of hot glue on top of the piece of silicone so they can be easily removed. I've placed mine on the head of a large sewing needle. By moving my hot glue gun up and down quickly, I'm making these long, thin strings of hot glue, which I will mold and periodically pull away the larger parts for the tentacles of the center of the jellyfish. I will test to see if it fits inside of a small jar that I will be placing resin and the tiny jellyfish in. Very carefully, I put a small dot of glue under the head of the jellyfish and carefully place the tentacles. I now have the center tentacles, but I will be adding larger ones in just a moment. Very carefully, I touch the edge and begin to rotate slowly around the smaller tentacles. If you find that you have a large piece that needs to be thinned out, simply press the hot glue gun gently against it and re-stretch it. I've selected some warm acrylic paint colors as well as some clear varnish to mix in with the paint to create a more translucent look. quite pleased with this tiny jellyfish. You can choose many different colors, but I do prefer the warm colors. Here it is in some natural light. As you can see, it keeps a translucent quality, a little bit like stained glass, and I think it's ready to place in a bottle. Some old resin from an old craft project, but it seems like the bottle has yellowed a bit, and we'll test it out and see if it retains that yellow quality after it's been mixed. You'll need a skewer, a piece of foil, which I am placing the skewer on, and I have pre-measured a small jar for mixing. You will need equal parts of each bottle for mixing. I also like to use a mask and some goggles and a pair of gloves for safety. Slowly mix the resin according to the package directions. I am mixing a little too quickly right here, and I wish I hadn't because I created a lot more bubbles than desired. So I recommend stir slowly. I began by placing the resin drop by drop into the jar, thinking that it would miss the edges and be a little more clean, but I quickly figured out that this is not the best way to do it, so I began to pour. Very carefully and slowly place the jellyfish into the jar once you've filled it halfway. This will keep it upright before you pour in the rest of the resin. It might take a little doing to get it to the right position. Carefully pour the last of the resin on top. As you can see, I have many bubbles that I am hoping to get rid of later. Too many. I've seen folks online try this to get rid of the bubbles, although I'm not sure if it's going to work very well for me. Makes me a little nervous. Doesn't seem to be working, but we shall see. Here we have the new jellyfish next to one of my old jellyfish. As you can see, the resin has yellowed. It did not dry clear. I do recommend do not use old resin. And this is BB, my cat. Hey BB. Hi. Tutorial, please subscribe to my channel, comment below if you'd like to see more projects like this, and please add me on Instagram. Take it breezy.